The following Toku Podcastu contains spoilers from both past and present tokusatsu, anime, manga, movies and other related media. If you do not wish to be spoiled, we suggest turning off the podcast now. Otherwise, please enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Toku Podcast, the best show about tokusatsu you probably never heard of, and Jesus Christ, what a disaster.
Yeah.
What an absolute disaster.
Sure.
That's Jay.
Remember that time that I killed myself for making us watch this show?
Which time?
This time.
That's Chad.
I can't believe the wheel actually... No, I can't believe the wheel came back to life somehow. Didn't you kill the damn thing, AJ?
You can't kill true evil.
Yeah, either way, besides that, I'm somehow still alive after watching all of this and more.
And that's Phil.
Phil's not even here anymore. This is just his ghost or his Onryo talking, because Phil died from his brain exploding from so much stupidity from Nininnger. So I'll be taking over from now on.
So, as you can tell, we have watched fucking Shuriken Sentai Go-Sager, or as it's known by its slave name, Nininnger. And, what the fuck? I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I watched it all the way through, and I'm seriously just like, no? You know what, Jay, since you're the one who made us watch this, you start us off. Where are we starting off here?
Okay. The plot, as far as I can tell, is...
There's a plot?
I guess there was at one point, and then they forgot about it. That there was some super duper ultra evil yokai named something moon whatever. I forgot basically every villain's name because they're all way too long. And then some ultimate ninja kicked his ass using a magic shuriken because, you know, whatever. And then now, something years later, he's coming back, and now the ninja is getting all his grandkids to do it because now he's an old fuck. And all of his grandkids suck at their job and are miserable, worthless piles of trash. So now he has to force them to get better at being ninjas by tricking them into some sort of tournament to get something ultimate power, whatever. That is like the best way I can explain what the fuck happens in the first episode, because I don't even think they understood what they were doing.
I don't even think, at the end, I don't even think that... honestly, I don't even remember that. By the end of this fucking show, it was just like...
Oh, no, yeah.
Family.
They fucking forgot about the whole... we are competing against each other for a prize aspect, like 10 episodes in, and then only ever comes up like once more in a fucking clip show, and then it's never really relevant again until like the last 2 or 3 episodes. And by the end, they were just like, fuck it, whatever, who cares?
So, shall we start with the characters? Because we have to talk about Ugly Daigo. With fucking Takaharu.
Oh god, Takaharu.
What the fuck was that?
This guy makes me pine for Daigo. I'm sorry.
No!
It does.
No. Don't even go. Don't even go there.
I would rather take
Daigo's
Daigo,
still fucking terrible.
But I would
rather
take him than Takaharu motherfucking Aka Ninja. I'm sorry. Even when I first watched
They're on
this
the same
show,
level.
I said, I hate this fucking guy.
They're on the same level. The only thing is that this guy's a much worse actor.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. I was just about to say it. I was about to say, to be entirely fair to Daigo, he at least has charisma, acting ability, both the physical and emotional ability to get you invested in his character, what little there is, mostly because Daigo is a way more attractive man. I mean, let's be honest here. Takaharu is not a pretty man at all. He's kind of ugly.
The haircut he got halfway through didn't help him.
I fucking forgot he got a haircut.
You know what? His haircut was pretty generic. I'm not going to lie.
It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty generic.
And just overall, like, Daigo at least can like do something that's relevant because he's the only character in the show. Fucking Takaharu, nothing Takaharu does is relevant. The plot just kind of solves itself half the time.
Well,
He's just
It's weird because, like, on one hand, I see the essence of Daigo from him, but on the other hand, he doesn't do anything. Like, yeah, you could like Daigo did something, but that's because he was the only character that mattered. In this show, I don't even know if he was supposed to matter. Who the fuck was this?
He's supposed to.
Was he supposed to be the main character? Because he didn't do anything.
The thing is, everybody is always like competing with him. I don't know why. He just is. They just are. And we're just expected to go along with it. When really...
Exactly.
Really, he's nothing more than a... He's not even a block of wood. He's a freaking wheat thin, a wet wheat thin that has no personality and just utters the words, "I'm getting fired up." If I had to hear that one more time, I think my ears were going to explode.
oh my god, I hated his catchphrase so much.
It's the way he delivered it, too.
Yes.
He's screaming, "I'm getting fired up," but like he does it with no fucking emotion. Or like
literally, it's like
it sounds like he's like whisper yelling.
Whisper yelling.
Where he's
yes!
trying to be loud, but he needs to be quiet. But like a catchphrase, like you're supposed to like be like screaming something like that. Again, Daigo at least has that energy to him where he can at least like portray that kind of brash, cocky dickhead character.
AJ said it best. Gentaro. Be Gentaro.
Well, okay. First off, here's the thing. First off, this conversation, guys, is pretty hot. You know, it's getting me fired up.
Boo.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. That wasn't really brave of me, was it?
You suck.
They're both bad, Chad. but like legit, like it almost felt like he was embarrassed to yell it, so he like held himself back every single time he did it, and it was terrible. It was awful. And the thing is, his bad acting doesn't help how he's supposed to be special? Is he special?
Maybe special needs,
like,
but not but
yeah.
I mean, the guy doesn't even understand when there's a pretty girl next to him who's also a ninja for some reason, who digs him, and he doesn't, and they have to say, "Oh, you're still too young to understand that," when he's fucking 22. How does he not get? They literally there's literally an episode where I forget what he did, but he did something stupid, and they justify it.
Every episode, then.
So, okay, you know what, Phil? You want me to make you feel better on this?
Yes.
Okay, so like so eventually Ju-Oger and Nininnger will have a crossover. It's revealed he actually got married in the time skip apparently, and eventually he has a kid.
With that ninja?
I don't know, probably.
Oh, great.
How the fuck did anybody let themselves get like that put inside them, dude?
I don't know. It's just
some women have no taste.
Well, no, I was gonna say like, see, that's the problem. It's essence of Daigo with a pinch of Agri from Ghost Sager. Where, what the fuck is his character? I assume it's just that he's actually mentally deficient. Because every time they talk about him like he's legit special needs. Oh, he's too stupid. Oh, he's just dumb. Oh, he's just slow. It's like, is he actually? Is he supposed to be, like, not all there? Because that's what it made it seem like.
There is one thing I will say. There's an episode where all their their specialities, like what makes them special, is taken from them. And at one point, the Pink Ranger's personality, her smarts, get put into him, and he actually was a pretty good character at that point. I'm like, why couldn't he be that? Why couldn't he be that? Why do we get this fucking idiot?
back during those days in the yesteryears of what was 2014?
Like 5 years ago.
2015, right? Oh, okay, 2015. Oh wow, that was 5 years ago, wasn't it?
Yep.
Anyways, we were on the trend of, oh yeah, let's have a stupid red for leader. So let's see. I think that all started around. Let's see. Kyoryuger, we had King, we had Daigo,
Yep.
and then the year after, he kind of got better, but also kind of didn't get better with Tokyo Ichigo, with
Raito.
Raito, who, at least the show justifies him being like a goddamn idiot because, well, that's a Tokuger spoiler, so I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah, we will get to
5.
we will get to Tokuger whenever we get to it on the wheel. And then, let's see.
no.
And then the Nininnger, basically... Oh, yeah, no, we're just going to have Takaharu, who's basically Diet Daigo, except... Or no.
He really
Or
is.
no, not even Diet Daigo. It's just like, oh, yeah, let's get the worst parts of Daigo and then make it Diet.
He's the LaCroix of Daigos.
Yeah,
So
there you
Oh,
go.
I wasn't even gonna say that. It's like he's not even like he's not even like Dr. Pibb. He's like extra.
He's like
No,
Dr.
not even-
Thunder. Diet Dr. Thunder. He's
No.
He's
He is
store
Diet
brand soda.
He is Diet Shasta.
Ugh.
Oh
That
jeez.
might
I
be
was
going
gonna
a
go
little
for the.
too
I was
far.
gonna go for. I was gonna go for Fago, but Jesus.
Fago.
But that's the thing. Like, this guy is the main character, but every single time he's on screen, it's like I'm watching nothing, and I don't get it. Was there supposed to be a point to his character being like this? Because I won't even say he drags the show down. He's just nothing. He's nothing. He's like a piece of tofu that's mildly annoying.
Nope.
I
If
think
we're
that's
gonna
the
be
worst
honest-
part is that, like,
Tofu actually has
You know
more
what-
flavor than he does, frankly.
Oh.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Honestly, I think the worst part is that, like, it wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the fact that the rest of the cast is also absolutely nothing.
Oh my god!
They're
Oh my god!
Okay, so-
there's
Aside from two of them.
One. Aside from one.
I'll just get
Let's not even go there, sister.
no.
Aside from
no,
one.
no. I'll say who my second one is. It's Kasumi because she's the actual one who act.
Oh, whatever. Get
I-
out
I
of
highly
here.
doubt that.
Get
Let
out
me
of
explain.
here.
Let me explain.
Oh my
all
god.
right, all
you're thinking-
All right, let's-
everybody stop.
Can I just explain, please?
All right.
Phil,
All right.
Yes.
Phil, you can explain, but the second you say anything about her physical appearance, you're done. Okay?
No,
How's
what
that?
I'm gonna yeah, okay. What I'm going to say is she's the one who actually had logic. She was the one who made sense. Who actually would point out, like, why are we doing this? What's going on? That doesn't seem to work. She actually would make strategies. She would improve herself. Yes, she would make corny inventions, but that was her shtick. And
Wouldn't
And she still jobbed constantly.
Didn't you
There's
also say
literally
the
an
same thing about Yakumo, though?
yes,
Yes.
there's literally an episode with Yakumo and the witch girl, and he's saying, like, as an Englishman, I have to withhold honor, and she says, but little girls say
Phil,
that
what
when
you're
they're young.
describing here, Phil, is not character progression. It's just the writer deciding to give her something to do.
Okay.
There's a big
You can
difference.
say-
You're
You
explaining her role on the team, not what her character
Okay,
is.
you can yes,
Exactly.
Yes. I never said that was
She's
her
the
character.
smart one and inventor. What is her?
I never-
Yeah,
It's
It's
exactly.
time to play the Phantom Menace
I
game.
never said that was her character. What I said, you know what I'm gonna say? You know what I will say? She was at least passable for me because of that, and I figured she was okay. I never said that was her character.
But see,
fair.
Jay literally just said, but that's the thing, Jay said, that besides all of them, nobody, like, the other characters didn't really have a
Oh, no,
character.
I agree.
And you're standing up saying that she does.
No, I'm saying that she made sense. She would logically point. I never said that was her character.
Then why'd you bring it up?
Okay, you know what? That's fair. You know what? You're right. You did not say in those exact words that is what her character is. You win technically, which is the best kind of winning.
It's legally distinct.
Yes.
But anyway, so let's go one by one, and let's go with fucking Harry Plopper over here. Fucking Blue.
So, okay, like,
Watch the show.
yes,
how many love interests did friggin' Yakumo have?
5.
how
Let
many
me
breads
think.
have you eaten in your lifetime?
Well, he had.
Not counting his mom.
I'm sorry, what?
There was his lawnmower.
Yes.
There was technically the yokai that was his lawnmower, which I'm going to count as a separate entity.
I mean, I wouldn't count the mom per se.
There was...
As questionable as it is, I wouldn't count that.
Well,
look, I don't know.
I wouldn't count
Chad,
it, but
the
like...
way, look, the way he kept saying mummy was just a little too creepy for me, bud.
I mean, to be fair, they did at least
Mommy.
acknowledge the fact that it was weird that he's calling her mommy in English.
He
so.
is right. He is right. Like they look at
Like
That
I
is
get
true.
It, I
That
get
is
it.
true.
It's the English way of saying it, but it sounds creepy.
Hey, listen,
there was
I'm
the
also
little
pretty sure
girl.
it's just like a little. It's just a quirk, but the little girl, there was there. That was there. It was awkward.
The
Elena.
bee lady that wanted to fuck him, which, I mean, Yakumo, my guy, you're stupid. You should have tapped that. You had your chance, dude. You had your chance, dude.
Okay, so wait. Also,
Listen.
let's also think about this. How many tags on a certain website did we go through with Yakumo, in terms of love interests?
Oh my god!
Do we want to go there?
Nakadashi.
I can count at least 10 that are definitive, and then the rest are just speculative based on context.
That's fair.
But
pretty-
we're not going to
I'm
name
pretty
we're not
sure.
going to name them because that exposes how much of a degenerate I am.
also,
I'm already ashamed that I'm having to make that reference in this review. Oh my gosh.
Also, isn't
So-
it kind of stupid that he has a nickname called Cloud, but nobody calls him that except for Elena, the witch girl, in later episodes?
And his mom.
Yeah, that's right. His mom.
Well, yeah.
His mom. No, you know what? That would have been That would have been worth it if we found out his mom gave him
That would
nickname.
at least be something.
Because that would have been hilarious.
That would-
I mean,
That would have been
That
like,
would've been
oh,
fitting.
you lame bitch! You're using the nickname your mom gave you.
so like,
See, like that would have been at least something.
That
yeah.
would be something. I agree.
Yeah.
Because like outside of that, what else is there, man? Like legit.
He's a magic ninja. That's what. Okay, the magic.
Why the
Yes!
fuck was he a wizard?
That's the thing.
Why?
When I first watched the show 5 years ago, I literally was like, why the fuck is he a wizard? How does it have anything to do with this? Why all of a sudden is he a fucking wizard? I don't know.
Because shut up.
Because
we needed,
that's
we
why.
needed to justify a Tsubasa Ozu cameo.
that's
No,
because
look.
that's the only Ozu they could get from
here's-
Toei's studio.
It's true.
No, see, here's the worst thing about him being a wizard, and I know I shouldn't say it like this, but here's the worst part. It completely fucks up just how the fucking magic in this goddamn show works. Because they specifically say that there are two very different forms of magic. Which means there's two very different forms of ways to fight things in this world, and neither of them are fucking explained.
Are we talking about the
Okay.
How the fuck does how does the fucking ninjutsu work in this show? I don't know.
But
Shut
Nimbo,
up.
I mean, look.
Nimbo and magic are two different things.
Look,
Exactly.
I can accept the answer of because it's magic for both. That's fine. But why?
kind of magic?
Why the fuck does he need to be both? Like, what the
But
fuck
that's
is the
thing.
point?
What kind of magic? Because they're obviously very separate kinds of magic. So what is fucking Harry Plopper and fucking Naruto here have? What are they different
mean,
from?
for g-
Is it mana
If it was
and
like-
fucking chakra? Like what?
If it was like they can't actually do ninjutsu, like actual like magic stuff, and he was the only one who could because he's like an actual wizard, sure, fine, that works. But when everybody else could just fucking make shadow clones and shoot fireballs and all this other shit just at will,
Teleport.
Yeah.
they fucking teleport, you know. They could do that whenever. They don't need to have their powers active to do it. They don't need to transform and use the fucking stupid stars. No, they could just do that fucking whenever. What special benefit does him being a wizard do? Because he has the power to do anything because he's a fucking wizard,
Pretty much.
obviously.
And it
But
breaks the show.
but everybody else can already do whatever because they're also wizards. They're just ninja wizards. So what's the point?
That's what I'm saying. Like him being there basically makes the powers pointless. Like Phil mentioned, like yeah, we had to fucking justify the fact that a Magi Ranger is here. But like
They work on different magic.
Who
too.
cares?
They even work on different
But,
magic
like-
too. Their magic, if Sentai logic is crossed over from different series, their magic comes.
which it is.
Their magic comes from Heavenly Saints of Magitopia. So, where does Yakumo's magic come from? Is it a different magic in general, or is it somewhat similar to the Magi Rangers' magic?
And here's the thing: people they cannot come at us and say, Well, obviously it's because he's a ninja and using his ninja magic. Because he went to fucking magic school.
Well, you see, that's also
there's
another
just
thing. Like, when you
There's
think about
literally a
it,
fucking Hogwarts in this
This
show.
is like Ki and magic and Dragon Ball. They're two different things.
God, I forgot Dragon Ball had both. God, ugh.
But at least with Dragon Ball, they at least put it from the outset that it didn't fucking matter.
And also it says that Ki does a lot more than magic. Then again, I haven't really watched up to Bobbity's stuff and Bibbity.
Anyways, Chad, what were you going to say before we ranted?
yeah, you know what? Like, this also really begs a question. Just like, again, there's a distinction of what the hell is magic versus in comparison to what ninjutsu, right? I mean, even the friggin' Sentai Senpai, friggin' from what Kakurenger and also Harikenger, whatever. I'm going to say it like a Japanese guy because I have the distinguishing.
He has the right to.
He does.
Harikenger, basic Hurricanenger, Harikenger, whatever, potato.
Yep.
Anyways,
Let's call the whole thing off.
yeah, Hurricanenger or whatever. Screw it. Harikenger or what? I don't care. But basically, it's just like, yeah, even they made the distinction. It's like, yeah,
Who's on
stop
first?
using magic because that's not ninjutsu. So basically, again, much like most of the shows I've returned back for, we don't know the rules to the world. That never really mattered.
Gravity might not even exist.
I don't even know if it's like they talk about ninjutsu, but they also talk about. But I know that ninja magic, in a sense, is called ninpo from in some things I've heard. But then they also talk about
In this show, they're the same.
But then they also talk
in this
about,
show, they are treated as the same.
But what about Ninntality then? What does
Ninntality?
Ninntality is literally
That's
just okay.
It's
This is
key.
what I thought. This is what
Energy.
I got. No, what I got out of that was Ninntality was just how much fucking balls you had. Like you have the balls to be a ninja. That's what it came off as to me. Like, oh, you got the guts. But no, I guess it really
Ninja
is
guts,
just some
yeah.
kind of fucking thing that you can steal from somebody. I guess you just steal their balls.
Even the ninjutsu and the magic don't make sense because ninjutsu is not based off of spells; it's more elemental attacks. And elemental movements are very vastly different than magic.
And see, all of this kind of culminates with the last fucking episode where we find out he can just mix them easily. And I'm like,
What?
I'm sorry? What? If you could just do that, why didn't you do that for the rest of the fucking
There's
show?
literally an episode where with the witch girl where they have to pretend that they're a magical sentai, and the monster itself is calling them out. Like, really? You're going with that? All right.
Okay, so by the way, there's also like I'd also like to point out just really quickly, like just what the show has been doing in this case. Like, especially I think like when you think about it, it's like obviously this is supposed to be more of a comedic Sentai, right? Or it's trying
apparently.
to be. Comparatively,
Supposedly.
it's trying to be. It is trying. And for this, I actually decided to go back to various episodes of. Well, let's see. The most comedic Sentai out of all of them, Car Ranger. Car Ranger had much more of a sarcastic edge in terms of their humor. The characters were realistic, or like, basically it's like, okay, what if we got a random set of Joes off the street to say, hey, you guys need to save the world. And it's like, well, what if we don't want to, mainly because there's no pay in this? It's like, but you guys are supposed to be good people. Yeah, but that doesn't pay the bills. It's like, realistic. Go Onger, also comparatively. Yeah, it's also more comedic, if anything, and also just, that one was more or less, oh yeah, no, we're all bumbling idiots, but at the same time, like, we all have distinct characters. Nininnger. None of the characters were likable. None of them.
Do you like the fact that we didn't even talk about what Blue is? Because he doesn't have a character.
He doesn't.
He's nothing.
Okay, you know what? Basically,
like-
should we just have a speed round instead of how we tried to basically just try to analyze all the
we're
characters in
gonna
one
fucking have to do
sentence? Because basically,
have to do a speed run after we're done with Blue, because what the fuck is there to say about any of the other
Oh,
ones?
Yellow is the baby. Pink is
The genius.
Science Woman.
Yellow's
and-
only episode about him is literally about how he is nothing as a person. He has no personality or hopes or dreams or anything.
Dude, that's what they did with the fucking Ghost Agent was black. They did this with black.
See,
You're
but, like,
ripping off Ghost Agent?
At least
Are
when they
you
did it with
serious?
Hyde, it was funny because they had Gosei Knight there, who just could not give a shit. But here they're trying
He
to
was just,
like,
like,
they're
berating
trying to
this
make
guy.
you care, and the other character's like, oh, but not, I what the hell was his name again?
No, Yellow Man, you're a good guy.
No, you.
But I don't have a gimmick.
You can do your thing.
You read
yeah,
books?
man.
That's the thing.
You can read
I
books.
forgot what his fucking name is because he's so irrelevant to the plot. He could be written out, and nothing would even be changed.
And yet they still gave him an episode where he uses the power of 4.
The power of what?
What the fuck was that?
The power of what?
No, they
He
gave
gets,
him an
he gets the
episode where he
super
uses
form
the
for one
Yeah, he uses
episode
the
and then
super
never
form.
uses it again.
Yeah, that's right.
What the fuck was that, man?
See,
What
but like,
the fuck?
I think I can't even say anything like about him because there's nothing to say about him. He's just there. He is just a character, allegedly a character. He just exists. He's just there to fill space.
You literally could just write him out of the show and we wouldn't
I
notice.
just said that.
You could get
now
rid
we
of
have
White
Pink.
too while you're at it because she doesn't
Yeah,
fucking
White
do
too.
anything either.
No, she cries. That's it.
Bosses
She
around.
cries.
She is the
And it
obligatory
seems-
little sister who is also way more mature, allegedly.
And I swear Ghost Rider came in for a couple episodes too because she wanted to fuck her brother way too many times.
What?
Like,
I mean, to be
there
fair,
was a-
everybody in that family wanted to fuck him because they're just there. He's like Poochie. You know, when Poochie's not around, they just need to all be talking about how great he is.
I don't like the implications of any
Dude,
of
I'm
that.
pretty sure that Kasumi and Yakumo wanted to get it on behind on the Tatami because believe me, the looks that they gave each other was like, are you?
I mean,
guys
to be
cousins
fair-
or-
To be fair,
They-
Yakumo
yeah.
hangs out in England, and incest is just normal over there. Look at the royal family. So I guess he's just being a proper Englishman by wanting to bone his.
I mean, look at
relative.
Harry
But he's
Potter,
not
dude.
English.
Exactly.
But Jay, he's not English.
I know he's not
He's
English.
he-
That's like the only thing about his character is that like he's like a weird Westaboo. Well, you're not even like the
He
fun
tries
kind.
to speak English multiple times.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, only once. And he's like, not easy or easy. Don't know.
No,
I'm
he-
so
he-
glad
he
they
actu-
kept him to like one or two sentences at most the entire show because when they had the other Western obsessed weirdo trying to speak English, he's so bad at it. Oh,
I love it though.
but he's like. At least has like a personality and is entertaining. We're just gonna skip over Pink because she doesn't fucking do anything either.
Yeah, Pink is just.
She's like,
dude. Honestly,
she's supposed
honestly,
to be like we were talking about this, but
I
she's
kinda
supposed to
summed
be
it
the
up.
smart one who like invents shit, but like nothing she invents is ever really relevant. It's like a fucking episode of Detective Conan where Professor Agassi invents some new random invention, and then Conan immediately throws it away because he never uses it again.
Do you know what
like
the
the
Honestly,
fucking
dude,
like the
I'm not
fucking
gonna lie.
lunchbox fax machine? Yeah, man.
Do you know what-
fucking 1998 called? We want that back.
See,
guys
Jay,
know what
Jay,
the sad
legit.
thing
I'm
is?
not gonna lie, Jay. I'm not gonna lie. I actually, like multiple times, I mistook Pink for I mistook White for Pink and vice versa.
Oh my god, I did too.
Multiple, like if it wasn't for their colors, I legit would have thought, wait, why are you pink and she? Wait, aren't you white? No, what the fuck?
Is it because they shared a
Like
mech?
it really? No, it's just they look really fucking similar.
Not really. I can.
And like,
Oh my
you
God,
can't say-
racist.
you can't
I
even.
can tell the diff. I could tell the.
Yeah, I know you
No,
can.
no, because.
Yeah, I know you can, Phil. Don't worry about
Because
that.
here's the thing. Fuka is a girl, whereas Kasumi is a woman. You can be.
It's not a girl,
What the-
apparently.
they're
They're both women, Phil.
Well, now they are, but at the time they were.
What? Wait, what?
Hey Jay, question. Do you hear the
Yeah.
banjos playing? Why the hell do I hear
You know what?
banjos?
You know what? I think I do. I think I hear them coming.
You know what the
Yes.
sad thing is? If you look at Ninja Steel, all the problems with the characters from Nininnger actually come over to those characters, and I had that as a shower.
God, I cannot wait till we have to do ninjas.
Trust me.
At least
you're not in.
At
for a
least it
treat.
has. At least it has the fat guy from SPD in it, and he's fun.
You mean Kelson Henderson?
Yes, thank you. I forgot his
he's-
name.
He's the only. He's a bit of a saving grace, but trust me, I've watched.
We'll
I've
get
watched
to that
Ninja
when we
Steel.
talk about
Do you know
Ninja
what
Steel.
It is? It's reaching into the
Nobody cares,
antique
Phil, because we're not
candy
talking about
vault.
Ninja
Nobody
Steel.
cares about
Reaching
Ninja
into
Steel
the-
right
into the
now.
candy dish
Phil,
and pulling
stop.
out an eyeglass lens.
Phil, stop. All right, now on to
Now on to the only
character.
other character in the show.
The only good character.
You know what? Fair. Yeah, he is. He's pretty much the only good character in this show that isn't a like.
See,
a guest
I
character.
feel like I'm the only one who should be talking about him because none of y'all are Texans. I am.
All right then.
Go
right ahead.
This is my country given right.
Go right
Because
ahead.
Texas is a country. God damn it.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, Star Ninja. He speaks really funny English. I love his outfits. He plays a guitar. He takes a selfie on a fucking burger, and he's a werewolf. And he's actually one of the most charismatic characters in the entire show.
Wouldn't it make more sense for him to have been a more American type of monster instead of a werewolf, like maybe like a chupacabra or Mothman or something?
Chupacabra's Mexico.
Phil,
Okay, then what could he have been?
Phil, here's the thing.
Bigfoot.
here's the thing. You're also I think you're thinking about this way too hard, man. This is
I
Japan.
know.
This is Americanized Japan. Basically,
Look, be lucky.
you
Be
think,
lucky
you think we care?
they were. Exactly. Be lucky they called Frankenstein's monster and not just Frankenstein. All right, because Eddie, they didn't give enough of a shit to make that distinction.
Well,
But
yeah,
they
everybody
somehow remembered to make that distinction.
Everybody makes that
But-
distinction. Everybody makes that problem.
Exactly.
But yeah, so Star Ninja, he's great. I actually really liked him. It's amazing how every single time he's on screen, it's like, wow, I'm actually watching a TV show and not just a blank screen.
He has
It's amazing.
like a character arc and a personality and.
Wait, JJ, you said two words that are really weird. Character arc? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I forgot what that was watching this show. Like,
Whoa.
like his actions
Too much for
have
me.
consequences, not just for him, but for everybody else. And like,
oh wow.
he has like emotions and things actually happen involving him. But it's too bad that it's only for like 2 minutes an episode at most, if you're lucky. And then he's stuck hanging around with the fucking moron brigade for the rest of the episode.
It's like we're trying to sell him on HSN or something.
Remember when he started off in the show before being a ninja, he was a yokai hunter with ninja abilities, and he would just like hunt them down. I wanted more of that instead of hanging around with the idiot brigade.
I mean, that would have gotten old too. They at least gave him a good reason for dicking around with the idiot brigade and wanting to be there and also trying to murder them every single episode.
That was hilarious.
It got a little old near the end, and I'm a little disappointed it stopped, but I'm glad it did because it seems like it was the kind of thing it would have gotten annoying if it kept going for another like 3 or 4 episodes.
For a few episodes, it was fine. It's just how like he would always appear that would always get me. And I remember, and I'm pretty sure our fans know this, but I had to ask AJ in public. Remember how I had to AJ? Remember how I had to ask you? Do Texans?
Yes, apparently Phil did not realize that Texans actually do speak like Texans.
I didn't know they still said what in tarnation.
Again, yes, some of them do, but they're actually very old. And some of us do just for the meme. But I will say this right now. God damn it, what the fuck? Where the fuck was he living? Fucking John Wayne's basement? Like, seriously, the flashbacks they kept showing, oh, back home, it's like, it's a tent with, like, fucking pieces of fish, like, frying over a fucking fire? And then they have like a really nice Nikon camera. It's like, what the fuck?
They took the cowboy thing a little too far, and they just lived like cowboys all day every day because they're fucking weirdos.
You know what? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they were just Japanese people who were just really, really, really liked cowboys. So they just moved to the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Texas, and be like, yep.
They were if Rawhide Kobayashi was real.
So basically, they're Cowboy Tanaka.
Basically.
Yes.
But there are
Honestly, dude, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad how much I really like Star Ninja. Because like Jay said, he's only really like important for like 2 minutes an episode, and then they kind of just forget about him, and then it's just blah and blah 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 blah.
And like,
It's
look, I'll be honest. if he were in like a half like a show that was maybe like 5% better, I wouldn't care about him nearly as much, because if he was in like I almost said Ghost Sager. I don't want to be like that unfair, because Ghost Sager is still a much better show than this.
If he was in like, if you want to be really unfair, you could just say Decker Ranger.
Well, I mean, Decker Ranger, he'd get really blown unfair. The fuck out.
He would.
I'm trying to think of like bad shows to put him in. Like if he was in like
Kyoryuger.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. If he was in like Kyoryuger, he wouldn't matter. He wouldn't matter because they already have a character that's exactly like him in Kyoryuger. But
who's also
I
gold.
think like that's true. That is a weird coincidence, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, if they swapped Uchi and Kinji, like Kinji would not be nearly as memorable in Kyoryuger in any other show. And I think it's largely because this show is just so devoid of anything worth focusing on in any regard.
Well, it's because, again, he's the only one who has like some sort of personality, man. Like, honestly, we joke about it, but really it's true. There's nobody in this show who has a personality. Not really. Even the villains are just kind of one note as fuck.
Oh, let's not talk about
He's like,
Kiwemon.
Like, even when a character has like a personality, like they're usually like a one-dimensional like I would not describe Star Ninja as one-dimensional. He has multiple layers to him. He's got like 2 or 3 at most, but that's still more than one. And that's
more than literally everybody else.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's the problem, man. That's the problem. He's the only one.
And the problem is that like his role in the show stops being relevant the second they throw out the whole we're competing to be the super duper ultimate mega ninja
the last
plot.
Ninja.
Yeah, which happens like 2 or 3 episodes after he joins the team for realsies. So he pretty much stops being relevant pretty quick, to be entirely honest. But
you know what? I feel like he lost his relevancy back during like his when they finished the arc with the when he was either turning into a yokai and also just I think which one was it? Like the werewolf? Yeah, I think he pretty much stopped.
Yeah, when he was becoming a werewolf.
He turned into a werewolf, dude.
Like that's the thing, is that like I really like that, is that he actually still has stuff happen. Like he doesn't get his arc of, oh, now I get to be the student of my ninja idol, and then he just doesn't do anything. Like he still has arcs, like, oh, this is the monster that killed my family. Oh, I'm becoming a monster now. Oh, I'm being forced to team up with the villain who betrayed the my friend's ninja clan, and oh, I've been forced into getting a super duper ultra demon artifact or whatever the fuck, and you know, and then he gets a power up for him that he uses like twice, and then he keeps giving his fucking power up weapon to Red, because fuck you if anybody else gets to do anything in this show.
But see, that kind of goes back to the problem. Red doesn't have a fucking anything. It's literally like, you know what it's like, Jay? It's like if we had Kyoryuger with Agri instead of Daigo.
Ugh.
That's what it's like. Because I remember when you said, if Daigo wasn't in this show, it would be painfully mediocre. Like, more than it already was. That's what would happen if you put Agri in Daigo's shoes. That's Takaharu. It's literally what you said, and it's like, wow, I didn't know they made that show. But I guess I just had to wait 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's
like, I actually kind of started getting mad at how nothing this show was, because it was like, you're wasting my time.
The problem is that they immediately invalidate and stop giving a shit about the plot, like in the first episode, because they have the whole thing of like, okay, you guys need to work together and compete against each other to become the ultimate super duper mega ninja. I'm not going to call it what it was actually called, because that's a better name than what I came up with. And literally everybody else but Takaharu is just like, nah, I don't care. It sounds gay. Whatever. I don't want to be the ultimate ninja. I want to go on to do fucking nothing because I'm yellow and I have no goals or wants or personality.
And nobody
So-
loves me.
He's apparently
So
supposed to be the most compassionate out of all of them, according to their
Fuck
grandfather.
my ass.
But he's not. But he's not. He's a doormat. That's what he is.
But like that's the problem. Like that's exactly what I'm saying is that he and the rest of the cast are doormats. So they immediately give up any claim they want for the end goal, which leaves Takaharu as the only one running. Which means that they don't have to give a shit about them competing against each other. So they just have Takaharu do fucking everything. So he doesn't need to grow as a character. So nobody else needs to grow as a character. So everything just stays the same when it started. There's no progression. Nothing happens in this show.
Which is just... It's... Again, it's that thing where... I've said it before. The worst sin a show could do to me is waste my time. And I feel like this show wasted my fucking time. Like, literally, the whole thing with QMon, that could have been finished within 10 episodes. Maybe even less, if you knew what you were doing. Like, why do we need 47 fucking episodes for that?
Because
Does anybody else know what the main, what the big bad wanted?
he wanted to rule the world under the Kibayoni banner, and because he's evil yokai, blah blah blah, generic.
So
Sentai.
literally just destroy the world.
Basically. Take over
We
the
needed
world
47
because of the
episodes
evil.
to destroy the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck off.
I mean, look.
Seriously.
Look, it's a fucking Sentai show. I don't need a villain to have a more complex plan than take over the world because evil.
We literally.
But-
Well, sure, but you can at least make the journey to that plan entertaining.
You can at least have
none
your
of
villains
the villains
have...
were entertaining.
Exactly.
For goodness sakes, when Shinkenger, it's Samurai Opposite, which was leagues better, so I should not even be comparing it, has the main villain basically sitting around getting drunk all day off sake, and he's more interesting than the villain you done fucked up.
That's because he's actually in the show.
Exactly.
The fucking big bad is barely in the damn show. He's in one episode.
But Jay,
Wait,
is in
wait,
one
wait, Jay,
episode
Jay.
at the beginning of the hologram. That's what they'll say.
Wait, Jay. The big bad is not in the show, and he has to get his generals to do all the work for him. But by the end of it, it doesn't matter.
Oh, god damn it, this is just Kyoryuger again.
It is.
I'm telling you this, guys. It's just Kyoryuger and Ghost Sager smushed together.
We knew this. I knew this going in, but it's still, we keep talking about it. I keep realizing more and more just how much of a blatant copy it was.
Seriously, dude. That's why I said all I needed to do was wait 2 years to watch Kyoryuger and Ghost Sager smushed together. Wow, I didn't know that Toei hated me this much.
And this is what killed Sentai for AJ.
Oh, dude. If I actually finished this show, I would have told Jay to fuck off 4 times to Sunday when he told me to do Kira Major. Because I would have actually known what happened in the show. I stopped at episode 3, motherfucker. If I had kept going... Wow.
When I stopped, I thought I'd stopped 5 episodes beforehand. No. I stopped literally at the witch girl like Giacomo. That's when I stopped, and I specifically remember it because it had Tsubasa Ozu in it. After that, I was
fucking Phil lasted longer than I did. I don't know how that happened.
You know what?
Wow.
I hate to reuse this quote, but this show is literally borderline experimental. It really is.
Not really.
no.
It's experimental in the sense that it's amazing to see what exactly they could do with 2 of the worst aspects of each show, and then do them worse. That's why it's so experimental. I'm not saying it's good, none of the least bit. If this was experimental like Vanny Nights, I'd be over the fucking moon. But we ain't getting there, bud.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We'll never reach that high
ended like
again.
Vanny Nights.
Ugh.
If this ended like Vanny Nights, wow.
Oh my god,
That would
dude.
have been amazing.
I wish.
See Takaharu eat his fucking sisters, dude? Let's go.
Oh no! Oh god! I hope you don't mean what I. God no.
No, we mean that literally, Phil. We don't mean that in the way
We're
you're
not
thinking.
we're not a sex pest like you.
No.
That's not what
Well,
I.
Anyway, Chad.
Well, AJ might not be.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Well,
We're definitely not.
Anyway, chat.
Y'all are... Wow, you guys have truly been through the rough. You guys have truly endured a lot.
well, what do you expect when we do Kyoryuger, Gooseiger, and then we do
Well,
that?
technically,
Of course. I
You
finished. I did
Chad
the,
had it worse. Chad had it worse than this because he got done first, and then he also watched the V Cinema.
Well,
I did the-
Chad, yeah, I was going to say, Chad's the crazy man who watched it all when it first came out, okay?
I did it
watched
all
on
when
the
it came
side.
out. I didn't give up. And besides that, I also watched the supplementary material, the summer movie, the crossover, and the V Cinema.
I have seen the summer
I'm starting
movie.
to. I'm
Okay,
really
wait.
starting to think.
Which crossover? Because I saw the crossover with Drive because that was kind
There
of
was
fun.
also Tokyo.
The one with yeah, the one with Tokyuger, the one with Drive, and also the one with Juoger when they eventually came back.
Oh, that's
Chad,
right,
Chad,
they did
I
actually
seriously think you have to be some kind into BDSM of like Toku shows. This has to be a fetish. You can't be doing this for no reason. like you can put this on a fucking resume at this point, dude.
Pretty much, he could.
That's
So
because
what special skills have you had? Well, I've watched through all of this shit. They're like, you're hired. That's just impressive.
That's
I've
like
had
that's the kind of shit you say when you try to get into a salty spitoon. I watched all of Nininnger live, including the side contents.
Oh,
you know what?
You're
Here's the
welcome.
thing.
Go right in, sir.
Here's the thing. I've seen a lot of things. I had to watch. I was watching Ghost as it aired, literally live streaming it as it aired, and then I know AJ can attest for this. As when I was like watching the show, I was basically saying, like laughing out of pain, saying, "I don't know what the hell's going on anymore." And then like once the Nininnger V Cinema came out, like friggin' back when we were using Facebook or like Facebook Messenger or like Facebook Messenger as like a group chat, like the thing like back then that was like what I want to say 2016. Like the first thing I said is just like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. And just like I really can't wait to review this schlock once y'all watch it because I think it's the worst thing. And then I guess literally 5 or 4 years later, oh yeah, no, it's still just as bad. And you know what? I at least am able to keep my mind somehow sane because I don't even know how I'm doing it anymore.
And he's struggling to do it.
I'm apparently this is like ultra instinct. I somehow did it. I don't know how I did it, but it's somehow there.
You know what? Let's try, and I emphasize the word try. Let's try and put our thoughts together and talk about at least the villain plot, or at least the ending of the show in the sense, because there really is nothing else to say here, because the more we go on, the more I'm going to lose my fucking sanity, because I don't know what to fucking say. Like, what do you want from me at this point, people?
This is so far. This 90% of this podcast has been innate babbling, as basically of all of us saying, or at least 3 out of 4 of us saying, "I hate X thing," which is not inaccurate, but at the same time, it's well. I mean, at this point, kind of.
I mean, I think, yeah.
Does it?
I think you make a good point, Chad. There's only so many times we can say, I think Nininnger sucks in a different phrasing.
Indeed.
Until we just run out of things to say.
I think Nininnger sucks. I think Nininnger fucking sucks. I think Nininnger totally fucking sucks. And I think Nininnger fucking sucks ass through a straw.
I think
That's
Nininnger
4.
sucks.
It's
This, but unironically.
It's like basically y'all watch a pro ZD, like pro ZD, like
Oh, I know who
I know who
you're
you're
talking
talking
yeah, he's like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
voice actor. It's like, oh yeah, there are only so many times we could say it. Now say it in French.
Oh yes, I
Now
have
say it
seen
in Japanese. Now say it in Morse code.
Oh, I can say it in a different language. Chinga este pinche pendejo aquí. Fucking bullshit. All right, Phil, you can go.
Go with what?
I don't know. Say something in your native tongue.
Bastardi, stupidi, stupidi,
I like how you started with the actual Italian and just gave up halfway through. You might as well just started saying gabagool.
I was trying to.
Oh, the gabagool.
Look, I was trying to. I'm trying. It's just. I'm not very fluent in Italian, and I'm very rusty on it.
Boobity bobbity.
All right, chat. It's your turn.
最悪だ。忍者は最悪。 What?
I like how you were the calmest one.
It's just like, what else do you want me to say? This doesn't even get me angry anymore. So it's just like, literally, I could just say, "Oh yeah, it sucks."
Now
Moving
what
on.
about Jay?
It's bad.
Yeah, Jay, what
I
other
think
languages
Nininnger
do you know?
sucks. There.
No, you gotta do it. You gotta do it in your native language.
English.
That is it.
Oh, so
I don't think Jay has
no,
two languages.
you have to do it in.
Unless
Okay,
he,
you know what he needs to do then? Boston. He
All right,
needs to do it
so-
in Bostonian.
No, he just did it in
No.
Kryptonian, aka English.
That's fair. Okay, so
okay, yeah. So let's talk about the ending.
The ending sucked.
So
The
basically,
grandpa
they just
dies
kind
for no
of
reason.
like basically they just kind of took away all reason of saying like of the competition saying like, oh hey, you know what? Yeah, no, screw the last ninja plot thread. You know what? Everyone's a last ninja. So basically, they're just saying everyone's a winner.
Yeah, that was actually the most insulting part. Where I'm just like, really? We're doing that thing? Like, fuck's sake! Even Shell and Showdown had more balls to do that than this. What the fuck?
Didn't I also see?
Then again, Shell and Showdown was actually a real wooden show. So
Didn't I also see that in at least? Then again, I never watched it. Didn't I hear this type of ending done in Inuyasha?
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it?
Yeah. Apparently, when they got this whole jewel shard together, they basically made sure that it was gone forever. That it never existed. It's like.
Oh, okay.
So you-
why are we talking about Inuyasha? We're not a bunch of fucking teenage girls in 2004.
Because-
Yeah, it kind
and-
of sucks that whole thing apparently got retconned in the sequel. How the hell do I know that? I don't know. Because I frigging... I don't know, I go on the internet too much.
Because you can spot pattern recognition in sequels because they're
Well,
always
I
so
mean-
obvious.
Well, I mean, basically,
Hey, look,
they just
look,
recycled it.
at
It's like,
least-
oh, there are new shards, or like, there are new jewels now in the kids. It's like, okay.
Oh, there. We made the Super Shikon jewel, and now it does the same thing, but it's blue or whatever the fuck.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
don't know.
basically like...
Don't ask me why I know the name of the thing from Inuyasha, okay?
I'm not
All
asking
right,
you.
I'm not gonna.
How do you know the name of the
Eddie-
thing from Inuyasha?
Right. So the plot of this show, the villain's plan was, so their leader was dead, sort of. He's still alive, kind of, because he can still like talk to them and do shit and interact with the physical world, but he's dead because whatever.
Boo-boo.
Okay.
Boo-boo.
So it's basically
no
is
more Crow
Well, wait a minute.
User.
We got one guy who's a drunken, angry swordsman. Does he shoot lightning or fire? I mean, yeah, he even shoots lightning too. Holy shit!
does.
We've got
Well, okay.
Token Girl.
Let's try this. Let's try this. It's impossible, but let's try
Okay.
this. Let's talk about the plot of the show without mentioning a single thing from the other shows. Let's just pretend we never watched Kyoryuger, Ghost Age, Shinkenger, Deca Ranger, or any of the other 50 fucking series in this goddamn franchise. We just watched Nininnger. Let's go there.
Okay.
Jay.
Okay. So the villain's plan is that they're trying to revive their super boss by doing bad things, which makes people upset, and making people upset enough will let them raise the dead because yokai logic. But then also there's a bunch of magic shuriken that sealed them that I guess just don't matter because one of them just wasn't sealed the whole time, and he could just open them up. And
Yeah, what was that? Like, that confused me too. I was like, wait, so then it doesn't matter if he was sealed? Could he just always leave?
So the shuriken, the magic shuriken never fucking mattered anyways because they use them to create the villains of the week, but they don't need them to create the villains of the week. They could just kind of fucking spontaneously generate them. Sometimes, I mean, they can make a fucking army of Gashidokuros. So why do we need to bother with turning random people or objects and stuff into yokai?
Also, how do the Western yokai work? How do they work?
Yeah, well, how the fuck does Dracula factor into all of this? How does the Wolfman factor into all of this? I don't know. I don't care.
Where's the
I guess
creature
just
of the Black Lagoon?
see, like at least it made sense. Okay, you know what? No, wait, I can't. We're not mentioning other things in other shows. Okay, so we can ignore the shuriken because the show does. So it's just a generic like we're trying to do evil things to make the people upset, and then the heroes get involved tangentially because plot, and then Megami Han, who plays a gender neutral fox person, who is
Oh yeah, that was weird.
who is sometimes a man, sometimes not, depending on whatever the fuck the show cares about. I know he's supposed to be a guy, but like, I mean, they really did not pretend otherwise. I mean, for fuck's sake, they picked the most gender androgynous character to play him in his human form, so they knew what they were doing. Not the point. So he had a plan to revive the villain because he wanted the super duper ultra magic ninja shuriken from the grandpa.
No,
he
didn't. I believe Huemon did.
That's who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Kibayoni.
Well, I mean, they're technically the same guy. So Kiwamon's whole plan was he wasted all this time reviving all of the old mid bosses, even though his entire scheme revolved around them not realizing that he's a fraud and that he's lying about who he is, which is immediately blown this first chance he raises up somebody who has any kind of intelligence, because I don't know why the fuck he decided to pick the one guy who could see through his disguise. The one guy who, despite being a fucking robot the entire time, for some reason was needed to be revived, or they could just rebuild him. I don't know what they were fucking thinking about that.
Yeah.
I don't even know. That's the most I can explain,
do we
I
also
guess.
Need to explain how he's actually how Kiwemon is actually the child of the friggin' bad guy and said 444 years into the future, because that's how time works.
Man, how the fuck did that happen?
So the big bad cheated on his wife
With all
and
hooker.
somehow created a human. Well, okay, they did explain that he used to be a human, but if he was a human back in the past, how the fuck could he send his kid into the future? How does that work?
Maybe Kiwemon was born and then he became yokai and then sent him ahead.
And for that matter, if he used to be human, then why is his wife now a yokai? Did he turn her? Was that like a package deal?
No, remember.
Like, did she need?
Well, remember the concubine, I think, was human. The wife, actually, yeah, that's a good question. Was the wife human? I mean, I think in the V cinema they have. I don't know. I didn't watch the V.
I guess it doesn't necessarily matter, but
it doesn't.
I don't know.
Get
I just
answered in the
thought
V
about
cinema, Phil.
It does.
It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
This is why I don't speak up.
So his plan was to send his kid into the future and just kind of hope that his son knew who he was and actively worked and plotted to revive his dad and cared about his entire scheme for some reason.
Did he send him with a fucking letter saying, "Okay,
did he do the Back to the Future 2 thing where he just had some guy waiting to give Kiwemon a letter at the exact point in time and date that he was going to arrive in the present day? Did they do something like that? Did he just have like a mook hanging around for 400 years just to give him a letter or something?
He had like a little picture. He had like a little picture, and like, oh no, they're fading away. That would have made this show way more entertaining.
So
Kiwemon, we gotta get back to the future, Kiwemon.
Great Scott. No. Okay, so
this is getting heavy.
Kiwamon's whole plan required him to befriend and become the student of the guy that killed his dad to try and get the thing normally, even though he could have just like fucking stolen it or like blown up his house or done anything that didn't involve him getting very, very well acquainted with the one guy who could stop his plan.
Wasting like I don't know how many years with this guy.
Wasting at least like 20 years of his plan just dicking around until his grandkids showed up.
That's the other
and
thing.
Then
did the grandfather kill him in the past? So how old is his grandfather?
Well, okay, no, they do mention that he came back briefly at one point, and then somehow they never explain that, by the way, because they explain that the big bad was sealed in like the 1600s, but then at some point he became a yokai and came back, even though he was supposed to be sealed for 400 years. He just came back.
44 years, and then 44 years later, he's back.
Because somebody did the wrong math, I guess. I think that was their excuse, is that we did the math wrong. So now he's going to be back for reals. But
are we going to talk about the retcons of this show?
Oh my god, we're going to be here all night if we do that.
How many of them?
All of them.
A series worth of them.
Like, you could literally make about a fucking 3-hour list of how much shit they just changed for no reason, not including the big shit, like the fucking dad. Everything with the dad was just bullshit, I guess.
Yes.
Like, everything with him, I guess, was just a lie, or a half truth, or a half lie. I don't even know how that works.
You know what? I'm
What the
just
fuck?
I'm just glad to see him doing better in Revice now.
That's true.
Yeah,
he is in Revice
He's
now.
in Revice?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Is he Iki's dad?
No.
No, he's the weirdo with the glasses that keeps stalking them.
I haven't watched Revice since episode 2, so I'm gonna need.
He was in like episode 1, so you know.
Oh,
Anyways, no worries. Just you'll get when you get to Revice, you'll eventually notice him.
okay.
Or unless you try to bleach your mind from the show, then that also totally makes sense. But that's neither here nor there, because we are talking about this season in which we are currently trying to have a discussion about.
Can we just explain the fact that they said he'd never had training, and then he did have training, but then the grandpa said he never trained him, but then he said, oh no, never mind, you just forgot. No, never mind, you got your memory wiped. But he didn't get all of his memory wiped, just some of it. What? What did he just like wipe like that last week of his training?
They had a great explanation for it in the beginning when he said, "Dad, why didn't you ever teach me this stuff?" And he basically says, "You didn't have it in you." Basically, that I can say. And then eventually they say, like, "Oh, well, he had it, but then it just stopped." Like, okay, I see what you're going with that. I mean, I would have liked the other one, but I can see where you're going with that. And then they just do this whole reveal of QMon stealing. I'm like, that's an entire fucking retcon. That's nothing where you go, pick a story and keep it.
You know what? I'd rather just him getting like his memory wiped due to the MIB neuralizer or something like that. Make as much sense. And then besides that, apparently what? My grandfather talked to aliens 30 times or something like that. Would have made more sense than what we have here.
Okay, so like here's the thing. You can do the dad actually was a ninja twist. You can do that fine, except you can't do both. You can have it be like, oh, he just sucked as a ninja. Oh, never mind, he actually had his powers stolen and then he forgot. But then you can't also do the, oh, I actually was training, but then I just suddenly started sucking. You can't do both, because then you look like a bunch of that's the big problem there, is that both explanations work fine, but then they did both at the same time. You can be like, oh, I was just never good at it because somebody stole my powers when I was young and I never actually got to do it. Okay, sure. Oh, I was good up until a point and then I just stopped being good at it. Fine. You can't, doing both makes no, and again, where it's like, there's no hint of like, there's something deeper than that. Because they say that the dad had his fucking memories wiped, but then he just fucking remembers being a ninja, and the grandfather remembers too. But then in the first fucking episode, they're like, "Oh, I never trained you. Oh, I have no abilities." Like for the first 10 episodes, he's like, "I'm not actually a ninja. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing." Like what the I seriously do think they just fucking forgot. Like they were just.
I said that too. Like I said when you said in the survey, I was like, I think the writer actually forgot that he said that. Honestly, I think he forgot he said multiple things. I seriously think that a lot of this show was just written, and then the writer was like, Wait, what was last? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I gotta do this week. Like, it felt like that.
Okay, no, in that case, let's be honest. Let's look at the writer's track record. Future or past. It's Kento Shimoyama, who was responsible for, what, Geo, I believe?
Yep.
And then, let's see, how many times did he forget his own rules there?
I can think of
Every fucking episode.
at least 3 times where they suddenly changed how time travel worked. Where
And that was just the time travel. We don't. Again, we're not talking about Zio, but that just trust me when I say I can remember all the times that he changed his mind in that show.
Let's see, he was also the main writer for Kamen Sentai Go Rider.
Oh my god! Oh fuck! I remember Go Rider.
I remember
What
that.
the fuck
I
was
remember that one too. That one didn't make any fucking sense.
It never did.
That was literally just cocaine.
And then this and Zio were the only things they ever let him be the head writer of.
Yep.
Okay, they also let him be
Until-
the head writer of the shitty Korean Kyoryuger sequel.
Dino
Oh god, I
Force Brave.
cannot wait.
But at least that's a
mini
mini series, thank goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's only a
it
couple.
doesn't
You
really
know what,
count.
Jay? We say this now. We say it now. He's gonna get the fucking Sentai after Zenkaiger.
I fucking hope not.
Kira Major, Zenkaiger, and now he's gonna get Dino Brothers or Anno,
Dino
whatever the fuck it
Force
was called.
Brave.
Oh no, the new
No,
Sentai.
Phil, talk about the new one. You fucking twit.
The what?
The fucking Avatar Bros, Dino Bros.
Oh,
The one that we were talking about like an
Dawn
hour ago that just got announced.
oh,
Don Brothers.
Dawn Brothers.
Dawn
Yes.
Brothers.
Don Brothers.
Maybe he'll have that. Like it'll be him writing Dawn Brothers, and it'll just be a mixture of like, I don't know, fucking Tokuger and Zuoger, and somehow he'll make it awful. I don't know. But anyways, yes, all the retcons in this show make this show even worse, which is kind of hard to do. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. Jesus, my head. Honestly, the worst part about this show is just the fact that like, it makes you feel like an idiot, but because the show is just that stupid, and it's like, well, why are you watching it, jackass? It's like, okay.
It's basically Takaharu in the form of a TV show. Oh god,
Yes.
it is his TV show.
Oh no.
So the ending, Grandpa dies because he's old.
Okay, no,
as
hold on a
usual.
moment. Can I just get this out here? Best character bar none, the grandfather.
Grandfather didn't get like he was just like, you fucking kids. What the fuck?
Pretty much.
That's why he's
Like,
best.
you're all bastards. I hate you. Get the fuck off of my lawn.
You know what? He was fun. I don't get the gimmick of him just speaking random Italian for no reason. I don't know if there was like a plan for that, or they just like, oh, haha, it's quirky.
He just had a thing for Italy.
No. The plan was gonna be he was never Japanese. He was actually Italian.
You see, no.
Yeah,
Here's the
that's
thing.
fair.
I actually have these secret sheets from Toei themselves. They actually sent me this while I was watching it and questioning my life choices. And apparently, he was actually supposed to be Evolt way back when. Why do you think he always
Not
says Chow?
again.
Why do you think he always says Chow? And then
So this is where Evolt went after Sento fucked the universe.
no. This is before.
Oh, well, you know
this
what?
was all part of
He's
his
talking
plan.
He's talked to aliens all the time, so clearly he
Oh,
got
you're
possessed.
right.
Oh god, it all
Holy
fits
shit.
together.
Kikakudori!
And then you see, basically, he tried saying like, you know what? I'm gonna try and rule the world with ninjas. But then he got his own ninja team, and he's like, oh wow, this is kind of disappointing. You know what? I think I'm just gonna build a giant wall from frame box all from Mars. So
This all makes sense now. All of this makes sense. What else is there to say about the show?
There isn't, because like
The ending.
everything
the ending
else is
song
just so
good.
bland. Like here's the thing, like, again, at the end of the day, Kyoryuger at least had really good action and really like fun, dynamic set pieces and stuff like that. Like, it didn't make anything else better, and I still don't really care for Kyoryuger because I can watch another show with the same level of action, but with like characters and a story I give a shit about. The action in Nininnger is just so boring. The fight scene, like they have, like their gimmick is that they have the swords, but like there's no like choreography with the swords. They just kind of flail around. All of the ninjutsu stuff is boring. All the actual fighting is boring. The monster designs are just fine. They're not even really all that interesting. Like the main villain ones are kind of cool. I like melon. Like Kiwamon's design looked really good, but everybody else's designs are just like way too busy, and they're just kind of like they don't really have any kind of cohesion to them. Speaking of cohesion, the fucking it's impressive that they made the mech a clusterfuck design starting from the first form. It usually takes till the final form. Like, fuck's sakes, like look at fucking Samurai Hao. Like that was a nightmare suit. And that is still somehow more coherent than fucking Shurikenjin. Like,
wait, Samurai? Are you talking about Samurai Hao from Shinkenger, or are you talking about Lion Hao?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, Phil. I said Shinken. You fucking nitwit.
I wasn't paying attention, all right? I'm sorry.
Of course you weren't paying attention.
Usual.
My throat. Anyways.
Honestly, dude, the funniest fucking part is just like, you know that the people who are designing the suit were like, guys, we can't put the lion thing on this. Why not? You're gonna literally kill the guy inside that suit. We can't do this. We can't. You make it. What are you gonna do? Make two suits? Yes. Make two suits. Well, because you're gonna kill this guy.
Wait, they
make it separate.
Originally, it wasn't going to be the robot sitting within the robot within a robot.
What?
Anyways,
yes.
I think that's
the problem is that like again, there's nothing coherent to the design. Like, you have Red, he's like a robot dude, like Kakuranger, their default battle forms. Okay, works. Then you have Blue as a dragon. Okay, I mean, as a main one, it's weird, but it's not necessarily that odd if you want to have like an animal mech with the human ones.
Dump truck.
And then Yellow is a fucking dump truck.
It needs a body.
And I don't know what they were smoking when they were like, just he's yellow, make him a fucking dump truck, whatever.
I honestly think.
And then they gave up because Pink is like
a train,
like a snake train thing.
And we just had
and then they just like, you could tell they just did not care at all, because White is like a dog, it just kind of slots into one of the legs. It is not required for the formation of the mech. It's just fucking attached on the side. It doesn't do anything. It's just there.
The toy, literally, it has no posability. You just lift the head up and you slot it in. It's like, you don't even need it.
Honestly, dude, the only way that the suit makes the mech suit makes any sense is if you somehow convince yourself all the little parts are supposed to be references to things in the past.
Well, that's what they fucking said.
No.
That is literally what the producer said, AJ.
Are you
that
serious?
was what they... Yes.
That is no way. Fuck out of here.
Literally what they said.
Well, no. Hold on.
They did. Jay's right on that one.
Oh, my God.
Hold on a moment.
I didn't know. I legit didn't know that.
Okay, so notes. I remember reading something. Okay, so basically, this was from an interview back in I want to say back during the year 2015. Yeah, or no, 2015. Yeah, 2015. I can't remember when the hell this show aired. For crying out loud.
It was around then.
Yeah, around that general time. So then, basically, Naomi Takebe revealed that the individual mecha are inspired by typical Sentai mecha classes, but also at the same time, it would also be in line with tenets of quote-unquote cool Japan, aka the humanoid robot represents Budo, or basically martial arts. The dog emphasizes the kawaii aspects of Japan. The truck and the train represent Japanese technology, while the European dragon shows influence of Japanese culture from abroad. So that's a very much a stretch of what they're trying to do. It's very stupid, mind you. But at the same time, they're trying to be like, oh yeah, no, these are like different things that represented Japan, or we think really represents Japan. I mean, okay, the dragon thing sounds really weird.
Chad,
what you just a UFO, a surfing robot, a fucking dinosaur, and a cowboy on a fucking buggy, and a giant flying lion fortress mechanism going to that too.
Phil. Basically, this is only for Shuriken. This is not for basically all the other forms, Chozetsu, whatever. It is not that. This is basically just the base of Shuriken.
The only one I could give credence to is Gekiyatsu Daio, because I actually like what they do with that, with like Majiko Maru and Seiyu Maru being the legend of the carp swimming upstream, and when it gets hit by lightning, it becomes a dragon, and with the, except for Panda Maru, the four of the six actually being, and Majiko Maru being the four constellations of the Chinese zodiac. I do like that.
Honestly, Chad, everything you just told me sounds like somebody's like too long didn't read. I'm looking way too deep into this post on fucking Facebook Common Writers. It literally just sounded like that.
And like, you know what, AJ? If it weren't for the fact that it was the producer of the show, you'd be right.
Honestly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was making a joke when I said that. I didn't know that he actually said that shit. Like, what the fuck, dude? You have to be some kind of, like, special stupid to be saying that kind of thing in front of me, man. What the fuck? And then not only that, but, like, mostly everything else that was designed is pretty shit. Then again, look, guys, I'll be straight up. I usually don't even like the mechs in fucking Sentai. I'm not a mech guy in Sentai. I mean, I like Gundam, but Gundams are usually sleeker. Like, but even then, like, most of, like, the fucking... I mean, I kind of like the Nininnger suits. Sorta.
They're okay. They're kind of bland.
Star Ninja's the best.
I like Star Ninjas, but, you know, that's obvious.
I think the problem is that, like, we've already had two other ninja shows that have way better designs. Well, two other ninja shows that are just better overall in general on every aspect. But when it comes to the suits, we had two other ninja shows that had much better and much cooler ninja designs. So they needed to kind of go wild with this one, and it's just like, it doesn't really work for me personally. Like, the helmets are kind of lame. Like, the suits are a little, like, generic, I guess. I mean, look, like, I'm not going to say, like, the Kaku Rangers aren't fucking generic, because they're all solid color with a belt, and that's it. But even they had, like, there was at least, like, a coherent, like, concept with the designs. It wasn't like you didn't have like two or three things stitched into one suit there.
Yeah, and they work. You know, that's like the point of it. Like, even in the show, that's the point of it. And then, like, but see, it's even weirder because, like, you see the Nininnger suits next to the Hurricaneger suits, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah, even that's a better comparison, because Hurricaneger's kind of like another goofy whatever kind of comedy show. So you compare those two, and they're like, yeah, these are much better ninja-looking costumes, and they're also still wild and wacky, and they've got, like, really dynamic designs to them. And it's still, like again, you have fucking Hurricane Red, or you have Shuriken show up, and, I was going to talk about that, but you have them next to them, and they're like, why is there a much better design here?
Honestly, the fact that the other past Rangers are in this show just makes me think they were really desperate.
Oh, you can tell, because like okay, so you have Ninja Red and Hurricane Red show up like episode 6 or whatever.
Yep.
And they're there to shill a special toy, and because it's the anniversary. All right. The technical anniversary of the airing date, not the real anniversary show, because they do that for some reason. So, okay. Sure. I'm fine with them being here. They have an episode, and they have like a decent role in it, and then Aqua Ranger shows up for no reason to get a paycheck, because that's his job. And then you could tell that, like, they were probably getting really desperate for views, because they just start fucking cranking out cameo shit near the end. Because you got Jiraiya, of all people to bring back, Jiraiya, which I'm not sure if they brought him back because he was going to be in Deca Ranger 10 years after, or they brought him back as Jiraiya and then had him be in that just as coincidence. I don't know. I can't decide which is more pathetic, so I'm just going to go with both. And then we have Maggiello show up for literally no reason. He doesn't do anything in the episode because he shows up for 1 minute at the end of the episode, and you can tell that he just doesn't want to fucking be there because he's just like no energy, no effort. He's just like, yeah, hey, Blue.
Hi. She's like, hi.
You suck as a wizard, dude.
Also,
Magi, whatever the fuck, I don't know.
Logistically, it wouldn't make sense. Even he's supposed to be a professor at that English wizarding school. The thing is, they show in Magi Ranger that Magi Green actually went abroad and he knows English. So why wouldn't it have been him?
Because Magi Green doesn't return anyone's calls.
Because Magi Green is an asshole and doesn't want anything to do with the rest of the Magi Ranger cast.
Is that true?
So that's why they don't bring the Magi Rangers back, Phil. Except for Yellow, because he was also Beatbuster. And because he just fucking lives on the Toei film lot, I guess.
I thought it was also because Pink said
He's
she didn't
in
want to come
fucking
back.
Revice this week. He was in Revice this week. He's just...
Wait, are
he
you
just,
serious?
He was, yeah.
Yes, he
Along
was.
With, like, friggin',
Is he really?
yeah, along
Honestly,
with,
dude.
What's his call it? Friggin' what? Kajiki Yellow from what? Q Ranger.
Yeah,
And then-
Yellow from Q Ranger, which,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm glad to see him again. He's great.
Spada.
You fucking... And then, I think the Shuriken episode was, like, the biggest waste because half of it was a fucking clip show.
Also,
I was like, wait,
question.
what?
How many clip shows did we have this season?
Like 2.
Technically only 2. They kind of did, like, 1 or 2 recaps another time, but, like, strictly speaking, real clip shows, they only had the 2. Which is still bad that you have more than one clip show, or that you have any clip show in anything longer than 50, anything shorter than 50 episodes, because you do not need a clip show in a fucking Sentai show. They're not long enough to be
They're not.
needing a goddamn clip show.
Look, Jay, the writer doesn't want to write this week.
I mean, look. Clearly Shimiyama has something going on behind the scenes because he fucking got away with doing Nininnger, and then they let him do fucking Zio again. And I guess they didn't fucking fire him after Zio because apparently he's still around there somewhere. I don't know. They haven't let him touch anything again.
Well,
but
see,
I'm
here's the
fucking-
thing. Like, basically, he's in cahoots with what's-his-face from Saber and Ghost.
I was about to say the same.
And
fucking
then
thing.
they both know where friggin' like Super One's
Super
actor
One
is.
is.
You know what? That must be it. They must know where Super One is hiding, so they're keeping them around just for the day when they can finally cash that in. That's, you know what? I believe it. I believe it.
Also, quick aside, no lie, I thought the guy in the yellow jacket, the blue jacket, was fucking Juggler. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, no. By the way, fun fact:
the hair.
like that blue jacket from the Revice episode is actually Bonjo's jacket from one of the episodes.
Yeah, that
It
was
looks
his
like it.
his early show
Oh
jacket.
my
Yep,
God,
it is.
Tsubasa,
And the
you
only
got
reason-
old.
And the only reason I know that jacket is Bonjo's old jacket is because I owned that jacket for cosplay. But I digress, though.
I just thought it was a really similar jacket, but now that you're saying it, yeah, that is obvious because it has
Yeah.
the dragons on it. And everything.
I saw that.
But anyways, I digress, and we are talking about a show that's way better than what we're talking about right now.
But oh my God,
That's what we did for like half this
I
episode.
said it. I know I already said it, but Tsubasa, you got old, man.
Like
He's in his like 50s. Leave him alone.
the Shuriken one was super desperate too because it's like we just had Maggiello show up, and then the show is going to be over in like 4 episodes. So we stick a random fucking clip show here, and we get an old character back, and he kind of does stuff.
Like,
Not
also,
really.
like, hold on a moment. Like, with Shuriken as well, like, is it safe to say that they also really ignored the continuity of, like, Hurricane's 10-year after special, as well as also
Yes, they
Hurricane
did.
as a result?
They ignored the fact that Shurikenger got replaced, so he shouldn't be sounding like the guy from the original show. He should. I mean, granted, obviously, there's no way in hell they were going to get the other guy back.
Yeah,
but
Of course.
we know what
the fact that
happens to
they
him.
never acknowledge it, and that he's still doing the haha, I'm disguising myself as other people gimmick. It's just it's you guys remember the thing. You guys know the thing that he did the thing in the show, so he's doing it here.
I will say because I hadn't gotten up to that part of the show when I originally watched it, that did throw me for a loop, and I was like, oh, Shuriken! But it's like, oh, you're not doing anything with him. Fuck you.
Man,
Show sucks.
You know what? Also, best cameo, Yoshi Sidarso as a random tourist, guys.
how did I not mention that? Yeah, they had everybody's favorite caveman, Dino Charge Blue, show up for what, like 5? Oh, he was in the Jiraiya episode too.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
he was
Jiraiya
the
episode,
Jiraiya.
literally.
What a weird episode.
Like, literally, like, the only reason they got him on that show is because, like, yo, I'm taking a vacation in Japan with my family. Or just his, or just his wife. So, I mean, just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go show up in this episode.
I mean,
You
you know,
know,
what?
it's really
That's how
weird.
most of those cameos
And the
happen.
weird
So,
thing
you know
is,
what? That's fair.
His brother
You know, it's
would end
really
up
weird
becoming
at this
that
point.
ranger.
Like,
God,
it's
that's
it's
right.
really weird. It's really weird at this point that, like, I don't know why they haven't. I know rights or whatever, fucking whatever. Why haven't they just let one of the Rangers just be a full-on, like, their character in one of these Sentai shows? Might as just fucking do it.
I
Nobody
mean,
cares.
like, initially,
If you're in Toei's backyard, who are you gonna fucking ask for permission? You're gonna have to ask Toei.
'cause,
Might as well.
like, no, here's
Well-
the thing, though. It's interesting, because, like, back during when Super Megaforce was supposed to be, like, doing things, whatchamacallit, Kei Hosogai, who played Bosco, he was really hoping to show up in, like, the Gokaiger equivalent of what America would eventually do as Megaforce as his own character, because the dude speaks fluent English, actually. It's really good.
He does.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
well, then again, it's also writing, but then I'm not going to go into that little thing because, you know, it's not needed, but we all know what happened. It clearly didn't.
No,
But,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know why Toei doesn't do it, but it's kind of disappointing. Not going to lie.
You might as well just do it.
I mean,
like,
on one
that was
hand, like,
cool.
I can understand where there's obviously like going to be the language barrier. So unless they just get somebody who just is, you know, phonetic at Japanese, even like they don't have to have him speaking lines or whatever. But like, there's obviously the issue with dealing with like film crews and scheduling and stuff like that. So unless they have like a full-time interpreter, but especially if they're going to do like the whole cast and it's not just like a one guy showing up. But then there's like, I can kind of understand why, but at the same time, like, it would be so easy to do these days that it, like, there's no reason why they haven't. Fuck's sakes, do it in the comics for all we care. You can do it in the comics because then there's no
Honestly?
issues of, like, of the language barrier or needing to translate anything or needing to explain what the fuck is going on to anybody because, like, obviously the nerds who read the comic know what the Sentai are. Like, the kids watch, like, okay, that's another fair reason, too, is, like, the kids watching either or show probably don't know about the other one. Like, the kids who are watching Sentai probably don't know about Power Rangers necessarily, and vice versa.
It'd be a cool introduction.
It would be.
Almost
It would be
definitely.
an interesting idea.
See, for me, I kind of see it like, you know, especially nowadays, like Zenkaiger. I haven't watched it, but from what I've heard, it does this, and fucking Dino fuckery over there,
Dino
fucking
Fury.
Dino Fury. Like, they're both like kind of playing with like universes and stuff. Why not? Why not just make that an excuse? You don't even have to have them full on cameo. Just be like, oh look, Zenkaiger. What the fuck is that? It's some gay Japanese shit. Literally, you could just do
Hey,
that.
what's this?
I don't know why.
Dino Fury? What is that? Oh, it's a sucky Power Rangers series.
Like, just you could just do something like that. But now again, we're kind of straying off the. You know what?
This,
Whatever. Final thoughts time.
Yeah.
Chad.
well, it's over. I'm glad to have finally gotten through this. Overall, this was a big waste of my time, even though I paced myself. And you know what? I find that the key to these shows is properly pacing yourself. Whether it be like jogging or doing other things, or watching just a really horrible, stupid show, where it's basically diet or Shasta Daigo diet as your main character. Well, you know what? Best to pace yourself. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is how I got through the movie, the specials, and the crossovers. Overall, what is there really else to say aside from the fact that everyone kind of just was angrily shouting while I was just kind of here subtly saying, yeah, no, it sucks. Because
I mean, that's our dynamic, I guess.
this is the dynamic. I am broken silently, except I will never show it. You may hear something on the news about it, but you know what? Yeah, I don't like to show it. But that's okay. That is okay.
He says as he brandishes his fucking sword.
Yep, a ninja Ichibanto, guys!
Ooh.
He replaced all the plastic with real fucking metal.
Of course. Anyways, Nininnger, yeah, why... It's already been well established that no one likes it. Japan doesn't like it. We certainly didn't. What else is there to say?
Some weirdo out there likes it.
Hashtag steal best.
Phil!
I did not want to do this series. I warned you guys it was bad, but no, nobody wanted to listen to me, and I wasted time watching this that I'm never gonna get back, and it's horrible. It's horrible. It's slog-inducing. The only time I ever found myself actually enjoying part of it was that damn ending theme, and the one time during the whole Mangetsu tournament arc, not even arc, episode, where you gotta Jurokage, I forget what they're called, doing the Nininnger dance, and he's breakdancing. That was the only funny thing. You make only one thing, you're still fucked up. It's still bad. I am just happy that I don't need to watch it anymore. I am rid of it. Fuck you. Fuck it. I am not watching V Cinema. Megumi Han is not worth it.
Hey,
I like how he says it as if like we didn't know it was bad.
hey,
Anyways,
Phil,
Like we didn't
Jay.
already watch it and then give up halfway.
You know what, Phil?
Jay.
At least you could just say, it's going uphill from here. So, be happy.
well. Anyways, Jay's
Sorry.
turn.
Well, you know what? Chad is right. There is very few things, at least in terms of Sentai, that we could go below this. The only one I can think of is like. Actually, no. Yeah, this is pretty much the lowest we can go for now. I've said it before. I said it again. I gave up on this show. I didn't give up on Ghost, on Saber, on any other show we've watched, any other show I've ever seen. I gave up on this. And boy, do I not regret giving up on it, because it does not get better once I stopped. This... Again, for as bad as Kyoryuger was, at least Kyoryuger had things that I found entertaining in it, and things that kept me watching and focused on the show. This doesn't have anything. This has no substance to it. It doesn't have any style to it. It is just colors on a screen for 30 minutes times 40-something. It exists. It is... that's the worst part about it, is that, like, I can't even say there's anything necessarily bad about it, because there's just nothing about it. It's just fucking bad all around. I do not recommend it, even for completionist's sake. Just say no. If somebody you know tries to make you watch Nininnger, that's no good.
Thanks, Sonic.
Okay. So
That's no good. Ugh.
you get out of there. Anyway, I mean, I've said the story before, and I don't mind saying it again. Nininnger legitimately was the show that made me think, you know what, Sentai is a fucking waste of time. And I stopped watching Sentai after Nininnger. I never looked back until Kira Major, which, hey, you know what, that was actually really good. But we're not talking about that, unfortunately. But Nininnger was garbage. awful. Nothing about it was good. Everything about it was bad. Like Jay said, with Kyoryuger, I had Uchi. I had No-san. Hell, even some of the fucking designs were good. I had things in it that I could be like, hey, you know what? I can at least say that's good. With this, we made the joke before, but it's literally taking the worst parts of Kyoryuger and the worst parts of Goseiger and making it a show. And for that fact alone, this deserves to be rotting in hell. And like Jay said, don't watch the show. No, don't even get near it. Completionist's sake, your first time, if you think the suits are nice, no, this show sucks. It's 47 episodes of you looking at a screen and thinking, is there something there? And there isn't. And I said at the beginning, the worst thing a show can do is waste my fucking time. And this show wasted my fucking time. It is the worst Sentai that's ever been made. Bar none. Goseiger and Kyoryuger, I'm sorry. No. This is the bottom of the barrel. Like, not like, of course, we've never seen like any of the older Showa ones, but fuck, I'm pretty sure there's like what? I didn't mean for that.
I know
to be
it wasn't a pun, but I'm still gonna boo you.
But like, of course, we haven't seen any of the Showa ones, but I'm pretty sure that those are still gonna be better. Maybe Bioman is garbage. I don't fucking know. I've never seen it. Maybe O Ranger. I don't know. But anyways, fuck this show. Fuck this show. So guys, Jay, Chad, Phil, we could be doing Drive, or
we could be doing Drive.
We could be doing the mystery box.
Or we could just take a break.
We could be doing the mystery box.
No
I
mystery box. No mystery box.
Hey,
Look,
guys, you guys are gonna
anything.
You guys are gonna hate me for this, but you know what? It's my I still haven't challenged the box.
No.
You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna spin the wheel.
No, let's challenge it. Bring it on.
I mean, look.
It can only go one
Drive is
way.
Drive, but the mystery box could have anything in it.
You know what?
It could even have Drive.
You know what? Fine. You know what?
Drive.
You know what? AJ, hear me out on this,
Yes?
okay? We still do Drive in 2 weeks, okay? That's a non-negotiable. Like we're still doing Drive no matter what. This is the one for like the one we come back to after the end of the year, okay?
Oh no fucking way!
Sound good?
I just spun it.
No.
What?
No fucking way!
No.
No fucking way!
No.
I'm
scared.
What is it?
I'm scared.
Oh god, we're gonna do like O Ranger or
Chad,
fucking
what
something
did you
like
do?
that.
Challenge the wheel and probably
I
lost.
am putting the timestamp in this one just so you know. No fucking fooling.
Oh hey!
Holy
I
shit!
actually won. I won.
Holy shit! No way! No fucking way!
Cool. I'm down.
Oh my god!
Hey. You see?
What? What?
Where are we? Oh no!
Fucking time, dude!
Where are we going? They want us to die.
Oh, that's cool.
No!
Oh, that's cool.
Fucking way!
Hey guys, so
This is.
Did I just win
refuse
against
to
the wheel?
Believe this.
did I just
I don't.
did I just win against the wheel?
I refuse to believe that just happened. No fucking way, dude.
Oh fuck! What the fuck?
We're gonna do it anyways, but
How the fuck?
That was what you were hinting at with orange.
no, I wasn't. I didn't. No, I was making a joke. Actually,
Oh my
you know
God.
what? Chad.
Yeah.
Okay. How about I make a deal with you real quick?
Oh, fuck off! No,
No,
more
no, no,
deals.
no, no, no.
I want him to hear me out.
Shut up, Howie Mandel. All right.
No, hold up. Chad.
Yeah, let me hear you
How
out.
about I make a deal with you?
Okay.
We do Gaim as our first episode next year. Because we've kind of done a lot of writer this year.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can get something different for our last episode for this year.
Okay.
How's that sound? That sound good?
No, yeah. No, fine.
Okay, spin it.
Yeah.
May I interject?
Sure.
No.
Well, let me hear Phil out.
Well, you know what?
I'm
curious.
Chad's the winner tonight,
I
so
have-
he gets to go. Yes.
I
sir.
have a suggestion for our last one of the year. If anybody is.
Oh,
willing
I'm
to-
spinning it.
I
Sure.
wanted to put it in. Maybe we do Uchu Keiji Gavan the movie.
You know what, Phil? I will put that on the wheel, and if it lands on it, all right. How do you spell it? Uchu Keiji, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just put
yeah.
Gavon the movie.
Yeah, Gavan the movie. Yeah.
All
Should be
right,
fine.
let me just add that. Okay, it's on the wheel. I'm only gonna spin this fucker once, because
Yeah,
I don't
we've already
want. I don't
spun it
want to
once.
piss this. I don't want to spin it. I don't want to like piss it off. Okay.
Okay.
Because it's gonna give us something
Chad
like
just
Ninja
Chad
Steel.
just fucking won the year. All right, Chad won. I don't know how you did it, Chad.
Well, you know
I don't know
what?
what you did.
Grandmother once said, "If you wish it to be so,
Shut up!
luck will always be on your side."
Be quiet, Chad.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. Bring it on again, Will. Bring it.
Okay. Spinning.
Oh God,
It's spinning. It's spinning.
it's time like this. I wish I smoked because I fucking feel like I need one.
No, you don't.
It's like it's just one of those things, you know.
I know,
It's like,
right?
I just gotta like.
I feel like that one picture of Hank Hill with a cigarette right now. You know?
Yes, I do know.
Well, you know what? Grandmother once said, "Men must be cool. Boiling water is but vapor."
Very profound.
Did she actually say
I
that?
don't know. I just have the Tendo Soji quotes just open on my Chrome window. So
Is that actually is there's like a page for all of his quotes?
yep, dating all the way back from 2008.
Damn.
You know it'd be great if he just kept doing those quotes on his YouTube channel or something.
I'm surprised he doesn't. Surprised
I mean-
he didn't.
Does he still do the YouTube channel?
He hasn't updated in a while, unfortunately. So
He's been dormant. Yeah, unfortunately. His last big
Aw.
one was when he did the little interview guest video with Kagami's actor. Which I mean, you know what? That's fair. That's like a big one, but
I mean, again, his wife makes like billions. So who
And besides
fucking
that, he's
cares?
also acting as his wife's manager, anyways. So, I mean, of course, he's probably going to be a bit busy. And also, he's raising kids. So,
All right, boys and girls.
what do we got? What did the wheel
The
give
wheel
us?
has decided
oh jeez.
our last episode for the year after Drive. The last episode we're doing. We're going back to Garo.
Yes.
Oh wow! Huh?
I'm not.
We're doing
Finally.
Garo versus Road. Fuck yes, I've been wanting to do this forever.
I'm not caught up
So-
with Garo.
Is this?
Don't worry, Phil. It's
Alternate timeline.
standalone. You can jump in on this one.
Oh,
You don't have
okay.
to watch everything else.
Is
Yeah.
this the result of me challenging the wheel?
Yes.
Huh?
Possibly?
Okay.
But yes, next time after Drive, because we said we're going to do Drive, we might as well fucking do Drive. So after Drive, we're going to be doing Garo versus Road. And the start of next year, just for Chad, we're going to be doing Gaim. Holy shit. By the way, I'm going to say this again, like when we do Garo versus Road anyways. By the way, after Garo versus Road, which should be coming out, let's see. Drive is going to be the Thanksgiving one, and Garo's going to be for the 10th. So Garo's going to be like first or second week of December, and then after that, it's just a mailbag, year-end awards, and we take a break until the middle of January, and we come back with Gaim. So, bye. Get the fuck out of here. So as always, that's Jay.
Good night, everybody. I think I need to go to bed because I've screamed way too much tonight.
That's Chad. Oh, he's gone.
I have
that was
no
cool.
I have no idea what just happened tonight, but I guess this is the result of putting me through endless suffering of whether it be finishing Amazon's twice, friggin' watching Nininnger, all of it, twice, and then challenging the wheel because screw you, the wheel, I don't care what the wheel gives me. And apparently that's the result, so hey, I guess I'm doing something right. I think.
I mean, hey, I guess. And that's Phil.
I'm just happy that we're done with Nininnger. I'm
Yeah,
all
but we
left. What?
still got Ghost on the wheel.
We actually do have Ghost on the
Phil, I love you, but at the same time, your screams give me life, and, yeah.
Now I'm gonna bring back Kibayori Gengetsu!
That was definitely words that came out of his mouth. We'll see you guys next time for Drive. Bye, everybody.
See you.
Bye.
See you. And
That was